but the music is playing right now, and you can still hear me.
Hey, bro.
That's all I can.
Turn my headphones on. Yeah, turn my headphones on, bro. Yo.
What's up, bro?
What's up with you?
Chilling, man.
How you feeling?
Living like a villain.
We ain't living like no villain.
Nah, it rhymes. So.
I'm about to say, I don't do no villain shit.
I don't. No. It rhymes. So I tried. I tried, y'all.
All right. Welcome back. Season 2, episode numero 8.
Ocho.
Deakkon and the Diplomat. I'm the Deakkon. That's the Diplomat.
What's up, guys?
Yo. So, we back again.
Yes, sir.
Another little episode, huh?
Love it.
I love that word when people like to throw the little in front of that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the low key.
But
the low
the
key
faith
hate.
of a mustard seed. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying?
Big thing.
I have to explain that one. Educate me. The faith of a mustard seed. What's
Yeah.
that?
So you know how small the mustard seed is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, with the faith of it, it's going to grow into a bountiful plant. You yield the harvest. So long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's much more.
I'm not sure how much of it we've done up until this point, but one of the things we did want to do was educate. So, I figured, what I'm saying?
Yeah. With time coming.
Help me out.
I got you.
Educate me.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, with this episode, I'm glad we had a disclaimer.
He couldn't wait for it. Yeah.
I'm glad we had a disclaimer because one thing we about to focus on tonight, and the disclaimer is for because we ain't doctors, we not psychiatrists, we ain't psychologists, like none of that. We up here to have fun, you know what I mean? Have some laughter, maybe bring some joy to some people, and bring some facts, you know what I mean?
Some
Our
education.
opinions, facts, some opinions, you know what I'm saying? So, but tonight, this one's for the fellas and fellas, for y'all who know, y'all gonna understand like all about what we talking about tonight, young, cause it's still a lot of like solid ass niggas out here, young, grown men that handle their BI and all that. And all over the internet, bro, you hear all these people giving advice on relationships and how you should handle this and how you spot a narcissist and when she got another dude and woo. Like, and so for somebody who's, am I out? Am I out? I don't know. Should we pause? I guess if we stream it live, we can't pause, huh? I don't know.
But just continue what you were saying.
I don't know. I'm in the dark.
But not. So you see all these different podcasts, and I think that's one of the issues is people are spending too much time trying to, I don't want to say persuade the masses, but from what I seem like, it just seems like it's just a bunch of people arguing. Like one person's trying to prove their point, another person's trying to prove their point. There's no real sense of understanding going on. That's what I hate about what's kind of out there now. I think at the end of the day, if everybody can just come to an agreement as to what reality is versus what it should be, and just operate in that, it should kind of work itself out. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just saying.
I just think that social media and like we up here, right?
Yeah.
We do what we do. We come up here and run our mouth every week, right? And I don't feel like for people to get on and speak their opinion and nothing like that is necessarily a selfish thing or narcissistic thing or whatever the case might be. But the problem is, I feel like a lot of what is being pushed to the forefront is a bunch of people that don't know shit just running their mouth.
Okay.
And so I was like, why the fuck we can't do that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
here we go.
Why we can't do that, bro? Like, why we can't offer our opinions? We ain't doctors. Half these people on here don't got no PhD or nothing. They probably dealt with somebody that went through that, or they went through it themselves and was like, I'm gonna sit behind my camera and talk about it.
Yeah.
So why we can't talk about it? I definitely know I've been dealt with it. I definitely know that I done dealt with it before. I've been questioned on whether or not I was a narcissist.
I could
see that?
I could see that. Yeah.
You can see that. Yeah, I mean,
like no shit. I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, actually, yo, it's a fair question.
Listen, I've had many of my good friends. One of them, he stays down in Charlotte now. I remember we were like kind of just hanging out after a work day, and he was like, "Bro, am I a narcissist?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "Somebody called me a narcissist," and the way they explained it, I was like, "Oh shit, they might be right."
What's wild is that I have asked myself that too. Yeah. I've asked my therapist that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
so you sought professional advice in your situation.
But it wasn't for that. It was for something else. But that came up. You know what I'm saying? Because it came up. And so it's because of I have sort of like what's been described as a nonchalant demeanor, kind of like, you know, people could probably say indifference has been my strong suit, you know what I'm saying? But things that I care about, I tend to get a little bit passionate and be aggressive about.
100%.
So it's like, I don't know, am I supposed to show emotion about shit that I don't care about? Like, I really don't like showing emotion, period. So it's like
exhausting.
It is exhausting. And it's crazy because the first time that I got called a narcissist was by somebody who is a narcissist, but they just learned the word narcissist.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what that's why
and that's why I'm like, if they can do it, we can do it, young. If you can diagnose, if you are qualified to diagnose people, hey, young, so are we. So we can talk about it.
Because we see it too.
Hey, young, and that's the scariest thing to them from what I've done my research on, and I'm going to preface it with the research. The scariest thing to them is being embarrassed, being exposed. It's why they probably don't last long with friendships and relationships and shit like that, because it's only so long you could pretend to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or pretend to be, like, I guess they're not necessarily bad people. You know what I'm saying? But it's only so long you could pretend to care before your true manipulative intentions come out.
Yeah, that's where it is, the manipulation.
Yeah. And it's little shit, you know what I mean? Little small things that, you know, if you pay attention and you kind of like, it could be fun. So let me not say that the experience is all the way bad. It can be fun. If you're the dude, it can be fun. Females, I feel sorry for you if you're dealing with a dude that's a narcissist, young. I feel bad for y'all. Yeah, I feel bad for y'all, young. Because you probably gonna get run through the ringer a little bit. If you a dude, though, it could be a little bit fun if you dealing with a female. If she a narcissist, because the temper tantrums and shit like that, it could be a little funny. You know what I'm saying? The running around. I'ma leave.
All right.
So the shit could be a little fun. Hey, I think I went dark. See, I think that might be God trying to tell me, hey yo, I think I'm dark again, bruh. Yo, I think my camera out again.
Hey, yeah. There's a level of excitement that you could.
There's definitely that.
It's fun. It's the way he calls it. It's fun. Yeah, there's a level of excitement, but at the same time, there's also a level of frustration that just gets.
It's just like, at some point in time, the shit does get a little exhausting.
It's like, okay, all right.
I don't want to play anymore.
Right. Can we change the game?
Yeah,
I don't like this one.
I'm taking my football and I'm going home.
I'm taking my football.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm done.
We'll try this.
Nah, we won't try this again. So
I'm done.
Yeah, man. But see, the problem is that in some cases, if it turns violent, or if it turns to a situation where, you know, they're very skilled at playing the victim. You know what I'm saying? So they'll initiate contact. If you don't respond, it's only gonna escalate. Yo, literally, I just dealt with this. Is why it's on my mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah,
and
that's fair.
It's a couple weeks removed, so I'm like over the shit. It's funny to me now. You know what I'm saying? I halfway be like, yeah, I seen this shit, should have did whatever. You know, I should have rolled out, but you give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I didn't want to have to leave her shot, and so I felt like the situation was going to be where I'm going to be put in a position where I'm going to have to do something to you. And I don't want to do nothing to you. I have strength enough to leave the situation. That's where it ain't fun no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, looking back, you could say or had, like, you cared about this person or you had fun, but what was there? It wasn't nothing really to hold on to. So, fellas, just leave. You know what I'm saying? Don't go. You don't need to get on the therapy little joints and YouTube and checking out. Just leave. Ladies, I don't know. You might be in a different situation if you got kids with the dude or a dog with the dude or
dog with the dude's crazy.
I'm not
mad at you.
Hey,
I'm just saying it's crazy.
Hey,
I'm not mad at you.
Hey, young. Look here, bro. I'm not gonna use this as a lean on session. You know what I'm saying? But I be concerned about animals sometimes.
No,
because the people abusing animals be real.
I've told a few friends and family of mine that I will unalive somebody over my dogs. I'm not playing.
I don't feel like you are. I think you dead ass about that. 100%. I feel like I know a couple people who feel like that about they pets. They cat type shit. I kill a person over their cat. A pet is a pet.
A pet is a pet.
You know what I mean? So
it's part of the family. Yeah.
Right, but it's crazy because if you're able to even get to that point, you can see certain traits and certain tendencies. Watch how they treat other people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're gonna treat the people closest to them the worst because they feel like they're not going nowhere. That's just me. They know me. I don't have to change or grow up.
They know me.
That shit is like, you should know. Hey, yeah, if you know me, that shit right there, I gotta walk away because that trigger. Yeah, like that's a trigger. I'm just being myself. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm about to just be myself too. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not gonna work though, right? Yeah. Absolutely. We as men, we always gotta maintain the position of well, we should just keep your shit together and walk out the door. You know? It's gonna keep coming back to that. But like on the I don't know how I put it because I'm speaking from my perspective as a man, but it's about overall. You know what I'm saying? Watch how they treat people. We out again, bro. I don't know. I think that joint just don't like me.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, this joint just don't like me. What was I about to say?
You was like talking about how they
Oh,
just treat people.
overall, right? So
Yeah.
generally they're gonna treat friends and family, you know what I
Worse.
mean,
Yeah.
the worst because they know them. They can play the back and forth game. Oh, they're mad at me. Oh, let me be nice a little bit, draw them back in, do something for them, draw them back in. If it's a person they in a personal relationship with or like intimate relationship or whatever, it's gonna be little things like in the beginning. This is just what research shows. In the beginning, it's the love bomb shit. Oh, I love you. You're so great. You're so this, which is designed to like draw you in.
Yeah.
Right?
Blind you.
Yeah. And so after that, they start taking it to where they're going to start to demean you after that. All of a sudden now you don't do enough for them in an effort to get more out of you than what you've already been giving them.
Yeah.
Right? But any person that could tell you could do whatever. You like to cook, right? So you could be cooking for her, you know what I'm saying? She like to go on nature walks. You take her to the best parks, you know what I'm saying? She likes fish. You take her to the aquarium. You do all this nice shit for her. You a gentleman, all that. And then, you a few minutes late to pick her up from work one day. Nigga, you always late. You don't never do shit for me. Right? Now, you know the type of guy. Okay. The people that's watching me that know me, they know the type of person I am. Yeah, I ain't going for that shit. I'm not going for that shit. So this is advice for men out here. Don't go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign right there, bruh. She don't fuck with you. She don't appreciate you. She just using you. So you really should leave her there. She's fully capable of catching an Uber, fully capable of catching the bus. She got a job. She got money. This is just an example. You late to pick it up for work or whatever. But that's a small. It seems like a small thing for somebody to say that, but that's a trait of somebody who's using you. Doesn't necessarily make them narcissistic, but it's a manipulative tactic.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? And at their core, from what I've read, they're extremely insecure and they lack self-esteem. So they seek validation from people. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta have attention always around them, but it's only geared to get what they want.
So then
we black. We might call this the blackout show. What was you about to say?
I was gonna say. So when you said if it's the first time they do it, it may not be narcissism. Like how? Like
it's manipulation.
Okay, so when do you like cross that threshold? Like how would one say that how would you identify somebody as a narcissist versus arrogant versus highly confident versus you know what I mean?
Okay. This is all right. So in my opinion, highly confident people are decisive and they're able to take criticism to help make themselves better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They have a natural kind of like people gravitate towards them. They do what they say they're going to do. The words match their actions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A person in my opinion now, that is narcissistic or manipulative and confident people have the ability to have empathy and compassion because they're able to see if somebody's struggling. They're not the person that's going to say, ha, 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 you struggling. They're going to be the person to say, hey, yo, I notice you struggling in this. I'm going to help you out.
I got you.
Because they're not threatened by this person becoming good at what they're doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The best athletes, the most confident athletes are the ones that's pushing their teammates to be better. Not saying, hey, yo, I'm the star. I don't care if y'all do whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm going to just go get mine. Those ain't champs. You know what I'm saying? Well, they are champs if you old school DC slang, that they could be a champ. But, like, they not going to be a champion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are the ones that they might score 30 a game, 40 a game, but what are they winning?
That's like the toxic leadership that I've come across and things like that. It's like, yeah, you yeah, you show good numbers, but it's only when like the rest of your team isn't doing well. So it's like, what's really going on type of situation.
Yeah, and you can just look at a lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying? If you say something to somebody like, "Oh, you forgot to take the trash out. I thought you said you were gonna take the trash out. You forgot to take the trash out. Well, you could have took the trash out, but you said you were gonna take it out. I could have done it, but you said you were gonna do it.
That's why I didn't. Cause you...
A person who's like, I guess, and it's not even got to be confident, just a person who's going to be truthful and got some integrity.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And will take accountability. We'll just say, damn, okay, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I should have taken it out. I'll make sure it don't happen again. That's simple, though. How hard is that? It's hard for what?
No, I was laughing because like when you said that, it was like, oh, that's so simple. But then I thought about this one clip I seen where they were talking about how, in arguments, how they're right 3,000 times. You haven't been wrong once. You don't think that's a little odd? Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, all right.
Look,
excuse me, but all right.
Sometimes I have been, of course, this ain't me saying like whatever. I've been wrong, of course. I've been wrong throughout life. Sometimes I've had to stand on being wrong. You know what I mean? Just like,
this is my bet.
I made that bet. I have no choice. I have to stand on that.
Yep.
But in situations where I can make amends for, I make amends for.
Yeah, you follow through.
Yeah, and it's up to the other person if you make amends for it, whether or not they move past it. That's up to them. You know what I'm saying? They decide to hold a grudge. If they decide to say, I forgive you, but they really don't, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, if they forgive you and really don't, it's like, that's the worst part because then you're moving forward like, okay, all right, that's cool. We're good. And that keeps coming up. It's like, wait, I thought, is that, no? So, is it this or is it that? It's very confusing.
It is confusing, and that's part of the manipulation. The part of the manipulation is designed to confuse you. The goal is to have you twisting in the wind while they do what they want to do. And if you play the game with them, you're going to sit there and be confused, but you really don't need to be confused. You just need to know the truth.
Yeah.
You can keep the truth at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? In your own mind. Some people going to get caught up with it. Some people tell the stupidest lies right to your face. They going to tell a lie. And then 2 days later, you ask them the same thing and they tell you something different. And then say, well, I didn't say that before. Yeah, the best thing is when it's in text message. And they literally be like, I ain't say that. Nah, you technically didn't say it. You typed it. So if you want to be super technical, all right, I'm going to be super technical. But it's right here, bitch. It's worse in the text.
But it's right here.
Right. And then you about to get mad because you're mad that I'm mad that you did something that made me mad. That's part of it too. See what I'm saying? It makes you throw your hands up. Naturally, it just makes you throw your hands up. But the problem with people like that is that they literally feel like people should deal with them. Why?
That was gonna be my question. Like,
I can't explain it. I'm not a narcissist. I can't explain it. I may want to do things my way, but I don't expect everybody to just conform to that and say, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
We just gonna let him do whatever the fuck he wanna do. Nah. Like,
because if that was the case,
Come on, yeah. Come on, yeah. Like, if that was, hey, bro.
I promise you.
Hey, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I have had to change my attitude about certain things over time, and I think that just comes with growth and maturity.
Sure, yeah.
But people who are narcissistic, I feel like they don't grow and mature, because just think about it. How can you learn from an experience that you don't feel the experience that you have, that you're not present in the experience?
Because you saying this happened.
Yeah,
this is what happened.
Correct. So how do you learn from that? How do you grow from that? And it literally leads to the definition of insanity, because you keep doing the same shit over and over and over again. Young, literally, I asked for one simple thing, just to see if this girl I was talking to, date, whatever, I asked her one simple thing just to see if she could do it. Right? And I was like, this will make me happy. Right? If you do this, you could boop, 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 boop. Imagine like, imagine like, I got you, young.
I got you. If you just
want this, and I was about to say it. But I've been trying to be.
I'm proud of you.
You
slipped up earlier, but I ain't say nothing. You got you. In the moment it counted, you got it. So that's what, yeah.
This
in the moment it counted, you got it. Yeah.
This woman said to me that I want her to kiss my ass.
That's not even what I asked you to do.
I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. I just
and so I was like, I was like, oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Damn.
All right, that's okay. All right.
I don't necessarily, I won't say that I like to cook. There's certain things that I do like to cook, right? When I have a taste for it. If I want that, some things that I make, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make that for myself, right? I would love for a woman to cook for me every night. You know what I'm saying? Or make sure that I got food every night. I don't have to think about that shit. That shit would be awesome. So if that's the case, and this is another part of the manipulation. This is a manipulative or an attempted manipulation, right? You don't let me cook. How? Now, in my particular situation, I sometimes work late. You know what I'm saying? Till maybe like 8 o'clock, a little after 8 or whatever. I sometimes didn't get home 8:30, 9 o'clock, right?
Okay.
So there's plenty of time to take initiative to put something in the stove or whatever. Like, nobody's stopping you. The kitchen didn't have like laser bars, like a safe room with a code and all that.
I was thinking, what kind of smart house? I know you just moved. I was like, what kind of smart house do you have, my nigga?
It definitely don't have that.
As soon as you close the door, leaving for work, a whole bunch of laser bars lock all the rooms off.
Yeah, all the vegetables, nope, ain't getting none of that.
You're lucky there's a master suite.
Just look at it: spinach, broccoli, apples, peaches, water. Just look at it though, young. Nah. So it's like, but it's designed to have. I don't even know what that's designed to do. You know, I really don't understand what the intention behind that shit was. I guess other than to show a lack of care, but to make it seem like I'm hindering the lack of care, like it's my fault that you don't do these things.
I still don't understand how it would come back to being.
Most men don't.
We'll move past that.
Yeah, most men not going to see. That's the thing. Like, most men not going to understand none of the shit that. Look, I don't understand what women do on a regular basis when they're mature. Okay, I just like it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I like it.
But I like it. You know what I'm saying? To see a woman who's grown and mature, she got class, like, I don't know.
What happened?
I just like it.
How you got there?
And I guess maybe because you know, there is a element of ease, and maybe I don't know, maybe I could see it or recognize it, but it's like most of them, and this is gonna sound kind of harsh, but who cares? A lot of times, if you come across a narcissistic female or manipulative female, yeah, she easy.
If you have the strategy mind, you can kind of see.
I don't even think you need the strategy mind, other than you just got like, don't press her. Like how you say, let her come to you. That's your MO. Nah, that's what you said.
And
that's but you not. But I don't think you wrong neither. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're wrong neither. I'm just aggressive, so I'm gonna be picky and like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go, but it's. I feel like at the initial showing interest part, yeah, but then there has to be some sort of mutual, back and forth, of course. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't picking up the phone, you know what I'm saying, or taking 2-3 days to respond to text messages, it's only one time for that. And maybe you don't think I'm that, but bitch, you ain't that either. So whoever else you talking to, hope they whatever. That's cool.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It's the game, and it's more so what you should do to like combat it. But you gotta recognize what you're dealing with, and you've probably dealt with it before yourself, and just maybe didn't realize you was dealing with it at the time.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely say that. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I didn't have a couple flashbacks. You know, when you were kind of describing things. So it is what it is. You live and you learn, and then you get loves.
My thing is, if you stick around, it becomes your fault.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because then that's you playing your hand in it, and you know, these may be the cards you have dealt, but you can fold.
Yeah.
But if you choose to play, then that's your gamble.
Yo, I literally watched everything described on what I read about a narcissistic rage. And this is like, I had already kind of come to that conclusion, but I can't clinically diagnose nobody. So I just was like, okay, I see certain shit, but also it kind of outweighed because I couldn't lie and say that I didn't fuck with her at one point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, certain shit'll make that shit dead, but I did at one point, so I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt. And if it was that, yo, I hope that she get help and all that other type of shit. But I literally watched the escalation. You know what I'm saying? From the crying part didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get the response. Right? No, so instead of, all right, so now not crying, the silent treatment, which I'm all the way good with. Like, the silent treatment's manipulation too. I just so happen to be a nigga that I'm cool with that. If you don't want to talk to me, that's a bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably could get a lot of shit done if you don't want to talk to me. So
I can knock this to-do list out. I promise you.
I'll make one up. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a to-do list up. I'll find some shit to do outside of this house, Slim. You can sit over there and be quiet all you want. I don't give a fuck. But it is manipulation when you give somebody the silent treatment. Now, if what you gonna say out your mouth ain't pleasant and you kind of holding on to what you gonna say, you want to chill out, there's nothing wrong with that. I believe that is a sign of maturity.
Yeah.
But letting something linger on or purposely not talking and not getting the situation resolved, that's manipulation.
Okay.
So I watched that part happen. When that didn't work, you know what I'm saying? It was back to the try and be sympathy. Oh, you sorry for crying. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're really not, but okay, you're just going to say whatever. So my mistake was sitting up. Now, doesn't sound like a bad thing to do. Doesn't sound like in any normal situation.
You mean like
literally sat up on the bed. Like, I was laying on the bed trying to go to sleep. And mind you, for clarity's sake, this is 4 a.m. Wow. Yeah, when everybody should be asleep. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I ain't had to go to work the next day. You gotta get your ass up in the morning. Like, you gotta get up. Like, why are you woke? So the whole kill is the reason, I guess, that she was upset, which was told, was I didn't show affection, which could upset a woman, but we right here. You know what I'm saying? And you was over there feeling a certain type of way, so I was over here trying to go to sleep. That ain't what you was giving off, so I went to sleep. It's 4 a.m. Anyway, it doesn't need to turn into what it turned into. So it turns into, now you want to hop in my face and literally act like you mad and want to fight. So at this point, bruh, it's I'm putting my clothes on to go home. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm up to put my clothes on to go home. She flips the light on, snatches the do-rag off, and if you look, ladies, I know y'all wear scarves, bonnets, and all that, but if you are in a rage and you are mad and all that, and you a woman, it's a do-rag at that point. You know what I'm saying? She snatched that joint off and was like, try to fight. And first of all, you can't fight.
Oh, what are you doing?
Like, she can't. If the first thing you trying to do is grab me, your hands are small, so she couldn't grab me. You trying to grab my neck. You can't get both. She couldn't get both of her hands around my neck. So why are you trying? And you can't reach me to even do that. So it's like, you really don't want. I don't want to do this. I don't ever want to fight a woman. Feel like I'm in a position to have to fight a woman. That shit is sickening. You know what I mean? But why would you want to be in a position to get your ass whooped?
Because I'm trying to figure out how she might have thought it would work.
Because maybe in her mind she bigger than she is. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
That's not helpful.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain what would trigger that type of behavior. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna go into all that because that's a little too whatever. This is my situation, so I could talk about it.
Yeah.
I kind of know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna let it go. But I had to let her go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta walk out the door, bruh, because that was right there. Had I done anything, bruh, put my hand up, pushed her, grabbed her, whatever.
So
yo, it'd have been
so
all
bad.
types of, it could have been a lot of, because she'd have called the police.
Oh no, of course.
She'd have been the victim.
She would have gotten what she was looking for, and she'd have been like, check fucking mate. So
Hey.
you got out of it, bro.
And it's sad that that's not the first time that I've been in a situation like that, though. I've dealt with some crazy women.
Okay, so
okay. I was leaving to go to a party one night, and I guess the girl didn't want me to go to the party, and this was a while back. We ain't talking. This wasn't recent.
Okay.
This was a while back.
Okay.
So I guess she didn't want me to go to the party. So her answer to that was jumping on my back, right? Like literally hopped on my back like she wanted me to give her a piggyback ride. And she's like, no, like all that screaming and shit. So I'm like, yo, please, like, get off of me, because if I shake you off and you fall or something, like, I ain't trying to go through all that. Like, that shit right there just it's irritating, young. Like, it's more irritating than anything else, young. It's like, been in scrapes with men. I don't want to fight women. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I don't understand why women want to be aggressive to the point where they feel like they could beat up a man. Like, some women out here might be able to beat up men. I ain't gonna lie. There's some females that's probably out here that can beat up some men. But
yeah, the minority of them. But
there's some women out here that can whoop some niggas' asses. Let's just be clear about that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be. We gonna be fair on. We're definitely gonna be fair on that one. Yeah, like, we definitely gonna be fair on that.
Yeah.
But I do not understand why a lot of women feel like that's okay, and that they really want the consequence if dude let the switch go. Like, what if he did whoop your ass like he was fighting a man because you hitting him and you're putting your hands on him like you think you a man?
It's the double standard, bro.
It's definitely a double standard.
I mean, it's a tale as old as time.
Well, it's because it's viewed as weak if a man calls the police on a woman if she doing that. A dude would be viewed as weak. It's viewed as weak if the dude puts his hands on her back. You know what I'm saying? If she's
supposed to let her hit me.
Nah, you ain't supposed to see. The answer is for men, walk away, right? So walk away, and as you walking away though, she's still trying to swing at you. She's chasing you now, swinging at you, and because she can't hit you, now she wants to grab a knife or some shit, or a taser or some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Because now her emotions are so enraged because you might be hitting a little, you know what I'm saying? Give them the Manny and shit, you know what I'm saying? Giving them the Pacquiao slips. And at any given time, you know, you could hit them with one of them a little and end it. But you got to walk away. Yeah. But you got to walk away. Men have to walk away. Women feel like they entitled to put their hands on men. It works when they try to do it in the flip side to it when they being nice. If a man walked up to a woman that he felt like had a nice breast and he just walked up to her and did like this, ooh, you got nice breasts. She would slap him, call the police. It'd probably be a couple dudes over there ready to jump him and all that, talking about how disrespectful he is, woo, woo, right? Mm-hmm. Now, how many times do I ain't gonna ask you personally, but like, I guarantee you've seen it. You work in a gym. Tons of women that just walk up to a dude and be like, ooh, you got a nice body.
Bro, so I went out New Year's Eve with a friend of mine. He came up from Charlotte to visit, and I went to a little spot downtown DC, and in line, shorty behind me smacked me on my ass. I was like, what?
Yo, that shit happened to me when I worked at NRC, Nuclear Regulatory Commission, federal government job. You know?
I wasn't saying you.
Yeah.
It was
I got a pass. I got a pass. You know what I'm saying? So that shit happened to me up there though. Just randomly, ooh, I like your butt in them slacks. The fuck?
In the slacks is
what
crazy.
The fuck? Yo, and the fact that you feel comfortable enough to make a comment while you smacking I'm like, the fuck is this? But for a man, we just take the shit. We just take the shit, bro. It is just like, if we do that to them, well, let me rephrase that. Let me take that back, because the right nigga could say whatever. Some niggas get away with whatever. It just depends on who you are. I've gotten away with saying certain shit. Some shit I can't get away with. You know what I mean? And it kind of depends on the situation and the scenario. But we just talking about, if we saying equal up, a work environment is pretty generic, where you shouldn't be just touching people and harassing people. You know what I'm saying? But it happens to men all the time. And we very rarely ever say anything, if ever.
Man.
So the double standard kind of got a little bit created by us too, because we don't stand up for ourselves in a lot of situations, young, because we feel like females, we just gonna let them, that's how they are, fuck. Some of them need to be checked. Grown, mature women, they are the ones that's probably happily married already, got a family, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? For the scallywags, y'all need to get it together.
Scallywags.
Bald head scallywag.
Ain't got no hair.
Young, but
that's what called it. So.
Yeah, I mean, we saying this shit is all. The story I told wasn't a joke. Like, that shit was a true story, but I'm in a place where I can joke about it because I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? It was just some shit that happened, and I actually feel sorry for the person more so than anything else. But one of the things that you'll be able to know. A lack of is accountability, a lack of empathy. They kind of lack, they're going to lack respect. But if you notice, they have a lack of respect for themselves too. You know what I mean? One of the things that they'll start to exhibit is how much they don't care about like their own shit.
Yeah.
A person that breaks their own shit is weird to me. Do you break your own shit? Like when you mad, do you break your own shit? I used to break
So I'm not
PlayStation controllers.
I'm not gonna act like I haven't rage smashed a controller.
Yeah, I've broken PlayStation controllers. Yeah,
but like in getting upset with somebody else and breaking something I own was the last thing I would think about.
Yeah, so I used to be kind of rough on my toys when I was young. So sometimes
as a kid,
but
I didn't break it.
But I wasn't trying to exactly.
No, I didn't break it.
Now
it broke.
Controllers, man, I used to be in the middle of a game. Man, I used to fuck them joints up. It got to the point where I put the insurance on. Nigga, when Best Buy or whatever it was, I think it was Best Buy, you could get the insurance on the controllers.
Yeah.
I was like $5. Yeah, that's worth it because I'm gonna probably be in this joint in a couple weeks playing Madden or NBA Live or something.
I didn't get the insurance, but what I did was every room I've always had like my gaming chair kind of in front of my bed. So what I would do is I would prop my pillows and my comforter up in the corner so that if I were to get angry, I would throw it like at the pillow so I could throw it and get that frustration out, but it wouldn't hit the wall.
Yeah, that shit would never
wasn't
work.
100%. I'm not. It was like a 60.
That shit would never work for me. If I threw it to try to hit the couch, that shit guaranteed will bounce off the couch and find whatever the hardest object in the room was, the wall, whatever the hardest object in the room was, it's gonna hit every exactly, young. Trying to throw that joint on a chair or the couch to not break it, but to get the anger out, but that shit was gonna bounce and hit something else and fuck something up. Yeah, that was
definitely trial and error.
Yeah, I mean it was just
that's kind of my setup.
Bruh, I never had a gaming chair. Like, I guess I ain't that big of a gamer. Like, every now and then I hop on the game or whatever. When I was younger, I played PlayStation and shit a lot. When I was like a teenager, I played the game. I was on that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna pretend like I don't play games right now. Like,
every now and then I play Metal Gear Solid. I like Hitman. Every now and then I hop on the game. I can't sit for hours and play video games
for hours,
and shit.
no.
You know what I mean? Like every now and then if I'm bored, you know what I mean, I throw the joint on. But what the fuck was the point of that? Forgot what we
anger, frustration. You asked me if I ever broke something of mine, and I took a tangent on that.
Right. Yeah, so I feel like that's one of the things you'll see too. They don't give a fuck. They don't have no boundaries, right? They'll break your shit. They'll break their own shit. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with somebody that literally broke their own keyboard and fuck they own TV. Like, you breaking your shit than mine. You know what I'm saying? But what would make me want to continue to go on with you knowing that if you'll break your shit, you'll probably fuck my shit up? I know you'll fuck my shit up. So it's like,
why would you do that?
And but the saddest part was literally like a conditioned response was like, I don't break my own shit. I was like, yo, I'm still sweeping up pieces of this keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Are you saying that I did it? No, I'm not saying that you did it.
Oh,
so who did it then?
Who
did it then?
That wasn't you?
That
wasn't your keyboard?
It just got broke. It happened.
Was that not real? But I'm really sweeping this shit up, so
why the fuck was I sweeping it up? Should have been the question. But the problem was that
real question.
The problem was I got tired of fucking pieces getting in my Nike boot. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around. What the fuck is this crunching? I'm literally picking shit up. I'm like, why is there a G in my Nike boot?
Not in the Nike boot. Fuck is there's no G in Nike boot.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking keyboard piece. Like, hell is going on? So it's just like I said, it can be fun, but the shit is ridiculous and it's draining
Mm-hmm.
and exhausting. But those are the things that you can kind of like look out for: lack of accountability, lack of empathy, lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? Lack of boundaries, and it's kind of scary to think that there's people that exist out here like that, but they do.
I play games. I have a vivid imagination. I like to try and put myself in that position and try to plot it out myself. And I'm like, to do this nonstop all the time, at what point, how do you differentiate from what's really going on and what you believe is going on and how the fuck do you do this?
That's the thing. There is none of that. Like, everything is a calculation.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of calculations, and you got a lot. You're moving forward. There's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, because the moment they stop and they're by themselves is when they have to face themselves, and that's what they hate. They have to that's why they need constant validation, because it's always feeding their broken ego, their broken self-esteem. Everything you read, well, not everything, but most things that you read will say people that got NPD or narcissistic personality disorder, it stems from childhood. It ain't some shit that just popped up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, some people are born like that, depending on where you look and what you read, but it's a condition, like it's a self-esteem thing and an insecure thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of time people that are confident get mistaken as narcissists, because when you stand on something and you stand your ground and you have a belief system, I guess it could seem narcissistic, but you stand on if you standing on what's right, why would somebody want to challenge that? You know what I mean?
I guess it would be because what they would perceive is right.
What they perceive is right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if let's take work again, because work is a safe and kind of like everything people can understand.
Mm-hmm.
If you are supposed to be at work at 9 o'clock every day,
okay,
right, and you show up at 8:55 or whatever,
mm-hmm.
right, you early. To me, if you 5 minutes early, you still jive late. You know what I'm saying? You jive late at 5 minutes, because 5 minutes when you walk through the door, you're not ready to actually work.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have to clock in. You still gonna want to get your shit together. So you technically ain't about to start working until 9:05.
Okay.
So you're late.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
for sure.
But if you come to work 8:55, you know what I'm saying, every day, whatever, you on time. The day you come at 9:05, I'm gonna look and say, all right, he come at 8:55 every day. So this time it must have been a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more likely to believe what you tell me for the reason that you late.
Mm-hmm.
If you somebody that show up whenever you want to and you're constantly late, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, that shows, number one, you ain't got no respect for the job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Number two, you probably ain't got no respect for yourself, because you can't get your shit together in time to get to the place where whatever you doing,
you know you gotta be here at this time.
Yeah,
on
and
this day.
And this is how you pay your bills. This is how you got your car. This is how you got your crib. This is how you take care of your kids.
Do on the weekends.
You know what I mean? All of that shit.
What are you doing, my guy?
So showing up to work late ain't the best way to keep your job. But if you don't respect your job, if you don't respect yourself, you're not gonna respect your job. You're not gonna respect your boss telling you, yo, you need to be here at 9 o'clock. You feel like you can show up whenever you want. Why? Now, I read this earlier about narcissists. And it's kind of deviating a little bit, but their fear is being exposed. I think I said that earlier about embarrassment and being exposed at their game, right? And they treat the people that's closest to them the worst. One of their biggest fears, too, is when other people around them start noticing it. People in their peer group, their work environment, you know what I'm saying? Somebody they can't readily challenge, right? You ain't gonna cuss your boss out if your boss says, yo, you know, what you just said to me contradicts what you said to me yesterday. So why are you lying? Or what is it? Yo, you're late to work. and you told me the reason you was late to work yesterday was you had to take your kids somewhere. And now you're late to work because you're telling me you had time issues. And so I need you to be on time to work. But you can't understand. They're going to challenge you and try to defend them being late to work, right? But it's not going to be in a same way that they would yell at their mom or their brother or their boyfriend or girlfriend. They're not going to do it like that. Mm-hmm. It's going to be more of a try to have empathy for me way. Why, but I got this and I got that and. But they recognize they can't lose that source. Mm-hmm. It's all about a supply. Mm-hmm. But it's weird to think that a person could show respect for their boss, but you can't respect a person you say you supposed to love. You know what I mean? It's bass backwards. So
bass backwards is what it is. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for them, it's a constant they have to be on. And that's probably why they're so angry too. And they have an attitude. So because you have to be on all the time. And when people don't get, and when they don't get their way, they're upset.
They spaz.
Yeah.
I did all this work for nothing. Type shit.
It comes crashing down around them when their game doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as just being like, no. It's that simple. Like, they don't know what to do with the word no.
They spaz, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna get angry. What do you mean no? Because think about it. Their real thing is that, and we talking about narcissists still. Their real thing is that they want everybody to just cater to and bow down to them. Mm-hmm. But they're smart enough to know that they can't walk around in regular society and say, why can't you just let me get my way? Yeah. Why don't you just let me say this to you? Why don't you just let me do this to you?
They have to make it seem like they're right.
They can't say that, right? So they have to make you look like the bad guy. They'll blame you for everything. They never take accountability for nothing, but they can never also explain how to fix the situation because they don't actually want resolution. One of the easiest things about this was I ain't feel like there was nothing attached to. Like you said, how can you move forward like that? There was nothing to move forward on. I just need you to fuck out of. There's nothing to move forward on. You know what I'm saying?
Great job.
There was nothing to be attached to. It was halfway lies, and the other half you trying to convince me more so than But my thing is, I'm just the wrong nigga for that.
Yeah, it's not gonna work on me.
It's just not, because my thing is, you're doing this more to yourself than you're doing it to me. Yeah. Like, I sleep just fine at night. You know what I'm saying? I hope you sleep just fine at night. And this goes for any woman that I date, any like situation. I hope fellas, like, you look at your girl and be like, yo, did this do that tonight? Hold up. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you in a relationship where you feel like, and this goes for women too, like if they feel like they're in a relationship where they're not getting reciprocation, you know what I'm saying? Fellas, if you feel like you gotta ask for basic shit, like, you shouldn't have to ask your girl to speak to you. Like, you shouldn't have to ask for basic common courtesies. You know what I'm saying? A good morning here. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You shouldn't have to ask for that. And if a woman feels like that's too much to give, run far, far away.
Run
far, far away. Because,
that's wild.
And it's even more wild when they don't be that cute and they try it. That's even more wild. I'm just, bruh.
It's like, how dare you?
I ain't say that. But I might have thought that. It's like, yo, for real, young.
How dare
you got the audacity to do what? Yo, you just said what to me? Hold on. Yeah, like, Wait a minute, yeah. I know
Wait,
I ain't
what?
just hear that.
Hold on. Let me turn this down real
And
quick.
see, this is the whole kill, young men. Because hey, young, we gotta deal with a lot, and there's certain shit we just can't do. Like, we would literally probably destroy a lot of women's self-esteem if we like told them how we really felt.
Oh.
Bruh, females would be looking at, hey, young, like, this nigga don't fuck with me. Now, if a man is telling you about yourself and he's not doing it in a way where it's demeaning, he's trying to help you. He cares about you. He loves you. We're not talking about just men that are demeaning, because it's niggas out here that are like that. They just going shit on their girl regardless of how well the woman treats them and all that.
That's wild.
But you see the stories on Instagram all day, all over social media. It's like, yeah, where y'all meeting these niggas at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where y'all finding them at? You know what I mean? Because I keep finding bum ass bras. So look, if y'all we need to click up whatever it is, young.
We need to do an exchange.
We need to do an exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's start getting the right people with the right people out this joint. Yeah, young. Let's start getting the right people with the right people out this joint, bro. Like, I've grown. I'm matured. Like, I would have been a toxic ass nigga in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I was a toxic nigga in my 20s, young. So I have grown. But it's like, I forgot what I was saying, dog, because I just thought about the click up. I was like, yeah, I was thinking about the click up.
It's like, that shit really needs to happen, bro. Like, that's really what it is.
Toxic people need to stop dealing with non-toxic people because it aids in making those people toxic.
Bro, yeah,
there's you rub that toxic element off on them, and there's the soul tie junk and all that. I ain't read it. I seen it was an interview where it was a black dude. He was talking about how women's brain, like semen goes to women's brains. Right, so they gotta be careful. Of course, they always talk about women need to be careful, but it's true. You shooting, if you going raw, bro, you shooting millions of your seeds all up in there, and guess what? All of them ain't coming out. So while she's standing there, because that joint might be coming out 3 days later, ladies, just if he nut in you, it still might be in there a couple days later when you fuck your nigga. So be careful, fellas. Wow. Fellas, if it's smelling different, dog, don't go down on them. This is a PSA. Wild. It's a PSA. Don't. The pH is wrong.
Educational.
That smell you smell is another dick. So I'm just saying, you want to know these certain things that you want to pay attention to, all that. You know what I'm saying? We're not going into the whole. We ain't gonna go into that. Yeah. We ain't got enough time for all that. But as a matter of fact, young, probably about to wrap this joint up.
Hey, I did our best to educate with the topic at hand. I learned some things. Was able to look back and kind of recognize a few patterns, and but.
Bruh, the whole thing is, young, once you see it and you look back, like, I dealt with a couple females like that. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about them is that they wasn't all this, they weren't trying to play the long game. You know what I'm saying? They was just on some, like, we having fun, and I was with that. You know what I mean? There was no whatever. There's no connection, none of that. It's the crazy part about
all right, don't play
the long game about I want to get married and all of that. That's the wild part, fellas. Don't get suckered in. Don't get suckered in. She'll show you if she really want to do that. She's gonna make that effort to be a wife. There's a difference. Joints like that, they don't last no longer than a few months because they can't maintain the BS about themselves nobody really can. You can't pretend to be somebody and be around somebody on a constant basis and pretend to be somebody different. You can't go months and months and months. You're going to fuck up. Yeah, the real you is going to come out. So joints like that are for the streets. If she's so nice and she said, if she tell you she love you within a week, run. run. Or after the first time she hit, she tell me, you her nigga now, run, run, run. If she tells you, I don't give my body away, run, run. She don't need to tell you that. See, these are the thing. This is the thing. She won't need to tell you the things about her. The way she carries herself will show you. What's crazy is, and I'm not gonna use her name because I respect her and she's a friend of mine. But after that shit happened, this is funny as hell. After that shit happened, I went to go meet one of my cousins and got a drink. Right? I end up going to the ATM, the fucking ATM where I was at. My car wasn't working, so I go down to the ATM. And I bump into an old friend of mine, nice young lady, right? She's walking down the street, 8th Street. It's like 3 in the morning.
I was gonna say,
so
yeah.
I'm like, I was like, yo, I seen her. I was like, yo, what you doing down? And she was like, oh my God. So we talking and shit, but it's like, I know how the universe works, and I'm not saying that God. That's why I'm saying I respect her. I'm not gonna say her name because it's not saying that was a sign of we supposed to be together. That's not that.
No, yeah.
But what it was a sign of was, damn, this is she's a classy, respectful, all of that woman, and you could just see it.
Mm-hmm.
You could just tell. And it's like, damn, this is the difference, you know what I'm saying?
This is the
like
difference?
That's the difference, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
That was like, wow. And the universe was just like, the universe gives me what I want. Yeah. Now, sometimes I go against the universe, but I prayed for God to show me, and God showed me, and then my dumb ass went back. And so God was like, all right, nigga. All right, yeah. Now I'm about to, like, come on, yeah. Like, you doing
now
this
we gotta
again,
do this the hard way.
Again, dog, like, again. All right, now, let me show you once again that this girl ain't for you. Let me show you.
He's fighting this.
Let me show you one more time. And so I had to make peace with it, young, and that's the best thing, because the only reason I did that was like, you know, I fell victim to the narcissistic. So I'm telling my narcissistic survival tale. I played the game too, so it ain't survive. I survived it because I put myself in the game. Yeah, you know, I played the game.
You played the game
because there was a part of me that still wanted. I still had to know.
Is this really what this is?
Yeah. I fucked with her.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked with her.
Fair.
I'm big enough to say that I fucked with her. Man, you know what I mean? Fair. But now, as strongly as I once felt, that shit is the complete opposite now. And I'm pretty sure in a couple days it'll turn into indifference. But like, I'm still on my kind of like, days. But that'll go away soon. Cause I don't really have no anger or like I don't have no hard feelings. It's
indifference. And that's why it's gonna turn to that. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
But this is for everybody else. This ain't really for me. This is for everybody else. I just told it from a standpoint of I can say
first
I can say that I've experienced it and been through it, so I can speak from a perspective of having gone through it. Yo, the lies just be crazy. The lies just be crazy. If you lie about going to therapy, you're wild. You're wild. You're wild. We all, and there's a lot of this mental health awareness. You know what I mean? I'm for that too. I support that too. You know what I mean? As somebody who had to take a look at my own self, like I definitely support that and encourage anybody who might feel like they need that. Don't be afraid to do it.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to go talk to somebody if you feel like you need help, and just do that for yourself. Yeah, you don't have to tell anybody else about it. You keep that shit to yourself. It could be private. I'm comfortable enough to share it because it's helped me and I've gotten to a better place than I was in before. So I'm not afraid to share that. You know what I mean? And there's still times that I do need that. But to lie about it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And to try to lie about it, and it was the crazy thing was it was like matching certain shit that I was saying, and it's like the mirror effect. That's one thing too. They'll mirror you. It's you're seeing it. Yeah, you there's a lot of little chimes and shit going off in your head right now, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've never been able to hide my face. That's why I don't gamble. I have the worst poker face. That's what it is.
I think that's how I gave myself away with my face sometime too. You know what I mean? It's like the disgust on my face. I don't really think I can hide that.
It hits. I'm just
the lying part is like, why do you feel the need to lie? Like, you really afraid of the consequences of lying to me? Like, then why are you doing it?
I didn't even look at it as them being afraid of the consequence. One of my mentors was like, if somebody lies to you, it's because they feel like you're stupid enough to believe whatever they're going to tell you. And that's how I took offense to it. I'm like, oh, so you think I'm a dumbass? Like, you think I'm gonna buy that?
Yeah, but see, I could see where that you could take offense to that. I definitely could see that. I don't necessarily. I take offense to. Yeah, I guess it's kind of that. It is a little disrespectful to feel like you think I'm that stupid.
Yeah.
But I really feel more so it's a coward move for them.
Okay.
Because honestly, it's like, why can't you just come and say that this is what it is? Whether I'm stupid or not. It's stupid versus ignorant. I'm ignorant to something I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm stupid if I know and continue to believe you.
Something else. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you dating a girl and every night she come on, whatever, fuck, she just not answering her phone. And then she pull up and you like, yo, where you was at? And she like, I was over here, I was over there. And then she started getting defensive and you could tell she lying. You know what I'm saying? Or you see in her text messages, she was really with this other dude at the bar and she just was like, whatever. If you continue to deal with her after that, then that makes you stupid.
Yeah, that's on you.
But if she said she's working late and you decide that, all right, you trust your girl.
Makes sense.
So, all right, she working late. I'm going to do something nice. I'm going to make some food for my girl because she working late. Why would you have a reason to believe otherwise?
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's ignorance. So I just take it as a coward move. You scared of the consequences.
Okay. That's a way to look at it. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say technically it is cowardly to lie to the police. Technically, I guess if you want to be technical about it, because you're supposed to face what you do. If you a man, you're supposed to face what you do, right? If you kill somebody, you're supposed to own up to that, right? That's what you say. That's what they say, morally and all that. But we not up here to be the moral judges and none of that shit. I'm just saying that as if you have integrity or whatever, that's how you're supposed to operate. Yes, officer, I was speeding. I deserve the ticket. Who the fuck is really like that, though? There's people like that. I'm about to say you kind of like that.
I mean, if I get caught, bro, at that point, it's like, all right, yeah, I know. I was speeding. I fucked up. Like, what else am I going to do, bro? Am I going to deny the fact that this nigga was behind me while I was speeding? Like,
right. Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Now, you do fear the consequence of going to jail so you don't commit crimes.
No, 100%.
All right. I feel like a person that lies, they fear the consequence of telling the truth. And if it's at work, it could cost you your job.
Yeah.
If it's in a relationship, it could cost you your relationship.
Yeah.
So you're gonna lie about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now, people who we go back to confident versus insecure.
Mm-hmm.
A confident person that's married and they know that they take care of their business and whoop, 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 they'll come and tell their significant other, this person at work is bothering me, and while we was in the bathroom, not in the bathroom, while we was in the conference room, they kissed me, right? Now, your wife not gonna like hearing that when you tell her that this woman kissed you, but she's gonna respect the fact that you was honest enough to come and tell her.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I would fear the consequences of her finding out the other way. Versus me telling her.
Yeah.
And it's also that I will respect my wife enough to tell her that this situation happens, that fosters trust and all of that. That's a healthy relationship.
Okay.
An unhealthy one, the girl or the dude or the girl is gonna lie or try to cover it up.
Yeah.
But you trying to cover it up. Why? Probably because you liked it. You hope it happens again. Exactly. And now you go home with a bit of an attitude because you're thinking about this other person and what they did, and you're not sure whether you should be mad or not because you kind of halfway liked it, right? So you don't want to tell your significant other or your spouse because you liked it, and then if this nigga start asking questions, you can't really answer the questions without having to tap dance and lie.
Yeah.
So, it's just, you can pay attention, young. And at the end of the day, niggas just need to stop being niggas again and keep it 3 or 4 on the roster, on the team, smashing what you do. Do what you do, brother. Relationship shit is washed. Hey, bro. Nigga, the relationship shit is washed, bro. Like, few months back, my nigga, I was on the Jared website, the K Jewelers website.
Oh my God,
hey,
bro. Like,
that shit is washed. That shit's washed. I'm not sure what the pool is like out here no more, because I feel like if you was a smart nigga, you snatched up a good girl a while back, you put a ring on her finger, you married her, and you holding it down. You was a smart motherfucker, but I done heard a lot of drama, horror stories about shit crumbling and all that, and I feel like I dodged the bullet. God, thank you. I already know that I'm one of your sons, not just because of my last name, but just because you continue to show me, my nigga, to my face, to my face, you be showing me, dog, like, keep me winning, young. Look, he's like, young, ain't you tired of suffering, bruh?
Yeah.
Ain't you tired of suffering? You do not have to do this.
No.
It's better for you out here, my nigga. In so many ways. Like, I'm sitting up here doing a podcast now, dog. Like, it's so much more. There's a whole world out here for you, dog. Like, God wants you to win. God wants you to win, but you got to get rid of the demons. Sometimes the demon is laying right next to you.
Oh.
You don't want that one. Yeah. So, I don't know where our producer went, but it's 9:30. I'm hungry. And I'm tired of talking about narcissists, but this was fun, though. This shit was fun, though. Like, hey, young. This shit was fun, though, young, because at the end of the day, bruh, I don't know, we keep looking for a niche. Motherfuckers' mental health, and that shit could be a niche, but I don't know. I don't get no PhD. Yeah. I ain't no PhD, so we be up here joking and having fun and shit, leaning on people. But this was cool, man. I had fun, young.
Always.
Till next time.
Peace.
Thank everybody for tuning in and watching.
Love it.
I ain't no pro on this thing, but I love doing it. So we love y'all watching, tuning in, appreciate everything.
Bro.
Yeah, we'll be at this next week.
Because I could have sworn.
Holla.
Wait, let me.